Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a beautiful but very cold January's morning. I think I left the last video I made. I was just about to plough under the old grass field, wasn't I? Well, that got done. That was a good few weeks ago. Both the fields over by the cow barn are ploughed under. I still need to do a bit of field work there. I need to get cultivating and get some lime on the soil to give it a bit of nutrition. But I'll go through the idea I've got with those fields in a wee while. But I've started planting the trees that I said I was going to plant. I've only done 2 so far. You can see this one next to me here, and you can probably just about see that one over there. The idea I have in my mind is I'm just essentially just going to run, hopefully, a relatively straight, neat row of trees all the way down this side of the road towards the cow barn and all the way back up this side of the road once I've got down to the end. I have bought 120 saplings. I'd already bought 60, as you might have remembered from what I mentioned in the last video, but because of the amount of trees that I cleared from the bigger field at that end, I bought another 60, so I've got 120 American elm saplings in total to get planted. I don't know how many it's going to take to get down here and run up this side of the road as well, but assuming there will be some left over, I'll find places to put them. I'll here, there and everywhere around the yard if need be, put some around the cow barn, and eventually when they grow it'll give a nice natural feel to the place with a bit more trees. That's the idea. So I'm going to make my way down this side of the road, as I say, planting trees, and when I get close to the cow barn I will show you the collection of new kit that I bought in order to look after the cows. What did I buy? I picked up a good deal on a pair of old Roland, or not old, but used Roland equipment. I got myself a normal trailer as a just in case, and I bought myself a manure spreader. Both came from the same person, both used. Got a reasonable deal on those. I picked myself up a feed mixer for the cows, obviously. I'm going to pick the cows up later today. That's the idea. I spoke to the animal dealer. I have bought 45 head of cattle, and I'm going to be picking them up across various journeys this afternoon. My animal trailer that I picked up can take 6 cows, so I've got to do pretty much 8 trips, and I was hoping that I'd be able to buy a animal trailer that I could use with my pickup truck, but I can't because all the animal trailers have a hydraulic setup so you can open the doors, and on some of them you can lower the suspension as well to get your animals out, so I have to use a tractor to pick them up. So that's going to be done later today once I've done a bit of digging here. Admittedly, the ground is quite hard. Obviously, as you can see, it's been snowing. We've had quite a snowfall these last few weeks, but it's starting to clear. But the ground is quite hard, but I've been meaning to get this done for a wee while now, so I'm going to crack on with it. So what else was that? I bought myself a feed mixer for the total mix ration for the cows when they come. I bought myself a big old baler, a New Holland baler. It's quite a thing. I'll show you that when we get down there. A slurry spreader, a liquid tanker for milk and water, and obviously the animal trailer. So I'll show you all of them when we get down there. But for now, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to get planting these trees, and I'll pick the camera back up when I get a bit closer to the cow barn. This ground is rock solid. It is diggable, but it's very hard. But we'll get there. Because of my need for relative neatness, and who doesn't like a straight line, I'm trying my very best. If you can tell, I'm using the telegraph poles as a kind of marker, so I'm trying to plant each sapling roughly halfway between each telegraph pole, and roughly again halfway into this grass verge. So if you can see, you can just see they're a little bit out, 1 or 2, but I'm trying to create a nice, neat, straightish line down the centre of this grass verge, so when they do eventually sprout and get some size into them, there'll be a nice relatively neat straight row of them down this verge. So again, if I stand back, put myself roughly, yeah, it's about right there, and then say, what, about there-ish, dig. Goodness, this ground is tough though. There we go. Seems about right, hopefully. Yeah, so, anyway, let's get my tree on, and I shall join you in a wee while. Well, now I'm completely winging it because I've run out of telegraph poles. I'm not counting fence posts, so I'm just going to go guesswork now. Hope it turns out okay. Right, there's the last one of this row planted. I have managed to get 25 saplings along this edge of the road. So if I do the same roughly down that side of the road, that'll be 50 odd done. So I'm slowly making good my impact on the local wildlife and environment by replacing the trees that I cut down the other week. But here we are at the cow barn. As you can see, we have a bit of kit in the shed. Here is the animal trailer, and as I said, I was really hoping I'd be able to use my truck for this, but as you can see, it's got the hydraulic cables as well that has the hydraulically opening door and suspension at the back, so truck's a bit useless for that, so that's for a tractor. My slurry tanker, which is surprisingly one of the cleanest things here, considering what it does. It is used, it's just had a very good clean, because obviously having the cows, a byproduct of having the cows is I'm going to have, hopefully, a reasonable amount of slurry at some point, so I'll be able to save a few dollars on fertilizer for the fields and be able to spread the slurry. Here's my liquid tanker. Quite a nice thing, again PTO driven, so it's entirely to be used with the tractor. But here's this baler, and this is an awesome thing. This is an old New Holland baler, but it's quite a big one. 240 centimetre bales it'll do. It's got the silage additive tank. Needs a clean, obviously. It's quite a thing, isn't it? Don't you reckon? Fire extinguisher just in case. And here's my Anderson feed mixer. Again, well used. A few chips here and there, paint wise, a bit dirty, but it'll do the job. I did pick up a couple of loose bales, hay and straw, for when I do get the cows later on. I can give them something just to keep them going until I've got myself on my feet when it comes to sorting out feeding them. And here's this pair of Roland trailers that I picked up for a reasonable price. They came together, so I thought I may as well buy them. This Roland trailer will pretty much do what my Mack truck will do, but I figured I'd better have it just in case. But it's a nice looking thing. And here's the manure spreader, which, I mean, look at that. That'd be a horrible way to go, wouldn't it, in there? But again, with another byproduct of the cows is eventually I'm going to have a hopefully quite vast pile of manure here. So again, I'll be able to load it into here and spread it on the fields and save me a few dollars in fertilizer. So yeah, that's what I picked up. Thought I'd just show you. And the first thing I plan on using is this one, obviously. I'm in two minds yet. I'm trying to decide what tractor to keep down here as the cow barn tractor. The 4040 is a bit small because, well, again, I'm in two minds. I need to figure out what to do, but the only tractor I can use, for example, for this slurry spreader is the T7, because of the power it needs and the size of it. I suppose I could use the 8410 maybe, but the T7's just got that slightly bigger frame and heavier set to it, so the T7 will probably be used for that, and maybe the baler, but we'll see. But yeah, I hope you like my new bits of kit for up this end of the farm for looking after the cows. I'm going to crack on now with going back down the other side of the road with these saplings, and hopefully, as I say, but if I get to the other end, I'll have planted, give or take a bit, 50 saplings. So, yeah, I shall see you down the other end. There we go. I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Not that one in particular, but the whole job in general. 51 trees, saplings I've got planted. And where's the dog? Roaming around me wheat field. Watch what you're trodding on there, you. Winter wheat's looking okay, though. It's toughened the snow quite well. It's dealt with it. Yeah, so, right. 51 saplings in the ground. I'm not too sure where I'm going to put all the others yet. I'm going to dot a few around the yard and around the farm, around the workshop area over there. I'm going to stick a load around the cow barn. I think I might chuck the... because I can only carry about 10 at a time, so I think I might... I've been coming back into filling up and just walking back out there, so... and it's taken me all morning so far. So, yeah, I think I'm going to load the pallets into the truck, perhaps, and take a couple over to the cow barn and plant a few there. Right, excuse me there, quick trip to the restroom. I'm going to, I've just loaded up the truck with the pallets of saplings and... What? I know the sun's intense, but that's ridiculous. 10 minutes ago, there was still snow on the ground. There is quite a bit of heat in that sunlight, though, but that's... I mean, really? It's completely gone. Right. Oh, well. Right, so let's trundle over to the cow barn and get these saplings planted, and then that's one job done. I do still have one pallet of 20 saplings that I've left behind the shed there in the shade, and I'll figure out where to put them. But yeah, my nice neat row of saplings either side. I do hope they will look lovely and when they're all fully grown. Well, yeah, let's get over here and see where we're going to plant these ones. I think we will stick a couple in this area here. Here's as good a place as any. Maybe just try not to keep this area as neat and as square as the other one, so it looks a bit more natural when they're grown. Let's just stick it there. And same again on this side of the road in this little area here. At least the ground's softened up a bit, that's one positive thing. I can't get over how fast that snow just disappeared. But that sunlight is very welcome, I must admit, because it's a very cold day. But when you're in the direct sunlight, it's got a really nice amount of heat to it. So very grateful for that. So what have I just done? I put 3 on this side, 3 on that side. I'll stick. Actually, no, I don't want to put one there because that'll get in the way of where I want the trailer to be, reversing in and out. Don't want to block anything in. So if I put one here, there we go. Maybe that'll do for now. No, I'll stick a couple down the back here along the fence around the cow pasture. Stick one there. Not going to get in anybody's way. Stick one here. I think that's me out of saplings there, so I'll just go and load back up from the truck. Right, I think I'll call that the last one for now. Forgive me, I know it's not the most riveting of things to watch while on a video, but I do feel good about myself doing that, because I was fully aware that I did cut down quite a heck of an amount of trees, so I'm feeling a bit less guilty now. I've replanted a load, so I think that'll do for now. What I'm going to do, I think I'll leave these saplings over here for now. I'll pop them into the shed here. And then I suppose I'll take the truck back to the farm and we'll pick up a tractor. And we'll go and make our first trip to the animal dealer and go and pick up the first batch of our cows. So, I'll catch you in a few. Right. That's the sapling planting done for the day. The couple of pallets that I had on the back of the truck coming back from the cow barn, then I have just essentially just slung them in here, there and everywhere. I've put them in all around the yard here, up towards the bale shed over there. A couple behind the workshop here, just a few. There's one here just outside the workshop. There's yeah, I've just popped them in. I've stuck one in the garden, planted one in the garden of the house, and the bit of grassland that runs down the side of the yard here, as you can see, 3 or 4 there. A couple in front of the Concept shed, and a few on the left-hand side there as the road bears round. So, yeah. Done alright today when it comes to planting trees. So anyway, what am I doing? Where am I going? What am I doing? I need to jump in a tractor and go and pick up the animal trailer and go and get my first batch of cows. So I think... what am I going to use? You know what? I'll just use the T7 for now, I think. So let's go pick that up. Back off to the cow shed. As I say, we'll go and get the animal trailer and we'll go and get the first batch of cows and bring them home. Planting trees till the cows come home. Quite literally. Right, here we are. Let's get reversed up to this thing. Ooh. Careful. Don't want to bash into the roof there, that's close. Right, that should do us, I think. Right. Off to the animal dealer. Here we are. I've not been here yet, the animal dealer, obviously. I've not got any animals. But, ooh, it's a bit busy. There's a bit going on. Like other people are coming to pick up theirs and drop theirs off. It's a big place. Couple of horse boxes ready to load up. Do like that Black Anthem. Right. Let's pop in and have a word and see what we can get sorted. Turn this thing off. Yeah. Wow. What a beast. Right. Guess I'll go and register. Well, there we go. I've got my first cows. Picked up 6. I've gone for 12-month-old Holsteins. $1,100 each, so $6,600 for the load. What I've decided to do, I'm not going to fill my cow barn to the brim. There you go. You can just see them in the back there. Yeah, I'm not going to fully load up my cow barn. I'm going to get 36 today, so 6 trips. As I say, they're 12 months old and they won't hit puberty till 18 months, so they won't start reproducing till 18 months. So that gives me a bit of space of about 9 calves in the future. So let's get them home. Let's get them loaded up into their new home. I do hope they'll be happy. Yeah, so first of a few trips, so I'll catch you shortly. Right, here we are. Let's jump out and pop these doors. We'll get the first load in. to be careful getting this thing in here. Oh, that's not so bad. Straighten that bit up a bit so I don't take the door frame off. Yeah, I reckon that'll do. Right, let's get him out. Ah. I'll have to go in the other door. Right, I did have to pull the trailer forward a little bit because I didn't leave much room for the trailer to actually unfold and get them out, but here we are. The first of, yes, I agree. Hello, love. Yeah, me too. First of me cows. So, I think while I've still got a bit of daylight, it's mid-afternoon, I've still got quite a few trips to make, so let's go get the others. To go around this way though, I've not left myself much room for those doors. Right, that's load number 2 secure. Let's get this lot home. Right, there's the second load added to the husbandry. Hello. Yeah, absolutely. Right, I'm going to go and get the last of the loads. I've got 4 more to do, but I don't want to bore you guys to death with just repeatedly going back in 2. So I shall pick the camera up again when they're all where they should be. In my cow barn. Right. The cows have literally come home. Let me just turn this thing off a minute. And we'll go and say hello. I'll close these doors actually while I'm at it. Let's go around the outside here. Here they all are. Hello. Talkative bunch, aren't they? Well, that's that job done. So I've been on the phone to Amos. He's actually got a few thousand litres of total mix ration that I can buy off him. So I'm going to take, to save me a bit of a job, mixing it and putting it all together and going back over to his for silage and this, that and the other. I'm just going to go and help myself to a bit of that for now, because we're actually going to help each other out now that we're... I mean, he's been a cattle farmer here more than I have, and now I'm one. We're going to help each other out, because what I'm going to do, what I've planned on doing, this field here is going to be my grass field, and it's going to be a very big grass field, but it's going to help both me and Amos out. This is going to supply us with the grass, with the silage, with the hay that we need to keep us both going. So yeah, I think that plan might work out quite well for us both. I've just spent in total $39,600 on all the cattle, but I reckon it won't be long before I'll have made most of that back, especially when it comes to the milk, and essentially potentially the saving in fertilizer using the slurry spreader and the manure spreader, but that's by the by. So yeah, so this is going to be the new grass field. The old grass field I'm going to turn into an arable crop at some point, but I can't do any planting. I can't plant any grass now till April anyway. So hopefully the silo that Amos has several 100,000 litres of silage in there at the minute, and hopefully that'll keep us both going for the next couple of months until I can get the grass seeded. So what's left to do today? Yeah, I need to jump back in the T7. I'm going to take the mixer wagon over to Amos's, I'm going to pick up a load of total mixed ration and get these fed. Let's this thing picked up. Yeah, we'll get this this herd fed for now. Be one job out of the way. I think that's probably about right there. Yeah. Right. Squeeze in here. PTO, hoses. Right. So, over to Amos's. Get some TMR. Do you know what though? I'm really happy where I am at the minute. I've really enjoyed this new farm so far, all the work I've done, meeting the new people that I've met, the neighbours, Charlie, Amos, Joe over at the dealership, Mr. Walters, who's given me a huge amount of help doing the landscaping work on these fields and lending me the excavators and the trucks to do the logging, and yeah, I'm really enjoying myself. It's really starting to feel like home, it really is. So, let's crack on, get over to Amos's and get these cows fed.